Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yes, we're already back because Danganronpa Mob is already completed. Go check that out if you want to. Until they make some more of that, I will not be playing more. Instead, I'll be sticking to 3 games for a bit because I've got a lot of fun things coming down the line, and I want to be sure just not to add a new thing on top of everything that I'm going to be doing here. So, let's get back into it. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. About what? It hasn't been too long, but I still forget what's going on. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Objection! Nopers, Your Honor. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, Whip, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah! The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eeny Meeny. So now is the time to prove it. Okay, already? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Your Honor. She was in the channeling chamber. Miss Meany was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Sorry, I missed the button there. That was a little awkward. Order. I called that one. That's why that is. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eeny Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Oh, I'll show you where. I will show you where. You were right here. Here, of course. But behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. Oh, there ain't no, what's my voice? There ain't no way anyone's hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. How old are you? How old are you? 21. Girl, you're a child. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The wetness. Whoa, that's cool art. What did you say? The wetness was. No, that's me. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Slam. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. The tiny little box. No person can fit in that. Nopers. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. Objection! But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. So it's either this or the box itself, because both have a bullet hole about 8 inches off the ground. Can I just present the box itself? Or are they looking for a new piece of evidence? I'm gonna try the box itself. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
Bah! This... What on earth? No.
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have I heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. Slam. It went through the screen and then into the box. No, the other way around, Phoenix. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Order. So, what you are saying?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself, correct?
It's not possible. That's why she had an acquaintance, an alibi, an apprehish. What is the word? She had an That's why she had an at. It really is possible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow!
Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. What did I click? Did I click the wrong button?
Oh, wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
What? You can't be serious.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. You're an accomplice. Sorry, I lost myself there.
This person.
If it wasn't someone from Kurain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use.
Morgan, Fey.
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie?
You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands, or maybe 1 hand. When you were like holding it all cool, like all sideways, maybe a little bit further than sideways, like a little bit further than sideways, like maybe a little bit. Do you deny it?
I'm not hearing a yes.
Whoa. I think this is what really happened.
The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant.
Look at Maya.
And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife.
Yeah, because you can't dream when you are channeling. And she felt like she was being buried alive or something. She felt like she was in a coffin, which Miss Eeny Meeny, she took her, put her into the clothing box, covered her up with some clothing probably even, and that's why she felt that way. That's why she had that feeling. Maybe she wasn't even dreaming at the time. Maybe that's just what she was feeling in real life. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But That's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Bang. Oh. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Oh. Yeah, no, I can see that. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... So Dr. Gray brought the gun in after all? Why did he have a gun?
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room?
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click. Miss Meanie. She immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out.
Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. Dramatic.
Ha. Ah.
Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ah!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? Was she laughing? What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Slap with a whip. Like whip crack. It's less of a slap. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Because this was all Morgan Fay's idea. She wanted revenge on the Fay family for taking her spot as the branch family or something. So she orchestrated the whole thing. She's the mastermind, Your Honor. I'm sure that's what he's about to say.
Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this.
Beep 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 beep.
It's one of these. Isn't it this one? Yeah, it has, yeah. It's this. Take that.
Huh? Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you wanna say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile stupid Gramps. I'm gonna explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year, since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted to revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of this spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. But it's not just a theory. It's a real-life, factual, this is what happened. It doesn't work as well. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Mimi has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
Haha! See, like, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Ooh, got me. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Meeny.
Okay, are we bringing back Morgan Fay or what? Hold it.
Whom? What? Whence? Where? Why?
Your Honor? Oh, her? Please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, regardless.
That's better pacing.
But regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really? Trained?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this?
Yes, I can.
It was Morgan Fay. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
Slam, I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meany had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Eek. Eek.
Sorry, that's a bit...
Eek. Ah.
Did you get whipped? I didn't even see that.
Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Avon Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I don't want to be knocked down.
And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a sec here.
I don't think anyone's waiting a sec here. Eeny meeny. I keep wanting to call her Lotta. They're both in this chapter and their haircuts are similar. No, not similar, but same length of hair, I guess. I don't know. Tick, 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 tick.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eeny could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt?
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Okay, hi.
Miss Von Karma.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say your own situation.
Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
She is much taller than you. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is.
Are we going back in already? Okay. Pretty useless intermission, but whatever.
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Can you prove Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Meeny and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meanie. Excuse me, I'm about to burp. Please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, didn't see the point in, like, bringing up the past.
Miss Meanie, if you please.
Okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but...
Oh, it'll do plenty good, Miss Eenie Meanie.
I thought it was, like, last year in May, like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened up the door and, like, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows, day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister.
Gwa!
Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meanie's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. I'll have to get her to rat herself out. Bye!
Don't go back. Wait, one more. Hold on.
Pressing her! Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was, like, May 2nd, and, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence?
My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why, duh.
Uh-huh. What happened? What was so bad? I think we just talked about it. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis.
Objection!
That incident has nothing to do with our murderer here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Meanie's fault.
Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Meanie is the one who made the mistake.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis.
I might present something there. And like the accident, she was tired, right? She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True.
But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license.
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie.
She has a license. Hello?
Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, anyway. I was, like, totally pooped. No!
Wait, what? I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up. I, like, opened the door and got away. I, like, didn't have my license. I'm just gonna present this right away. Because you do have a license. Objection! Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
Slam! I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, Purse. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did, ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license?
Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license. Ow!
Cry and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, isn't that what they sing in that one Christmas song? You better not pout, you better not cry, you better not shout or my whip will tell you why. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would've, like, let me drive.
Yow!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself.
Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Does she have a whip too? What?
Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meanie, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to be mean.
I love her character. Her voice is so fun to do.
Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
So you're a total noob then? I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I'll try my best.
Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm not either.
So, what do you mean by really close?
Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer had never had a permit.
What? Wait, what?
Does my guy not know how to drive? Ignorance is to be whipped.
What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue?
Continue.
She's a totally big fan of cars, huh? She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car to the garage ever? I'll press. Why did she take such a special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise?
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, all right?
Well, Miss Meanie, what kind of car was it?
Hold it. Was it a Cadillac by chance? It was a new car?
Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
Yeah, his name was...
Shut up, no names start with U.
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I'll press. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor.
Yes?
Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes!
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Meanie, would you please
fix your testimony.
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. Aha! England! I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
Yo, what do you know? That sleek shape, that the wild way it starts in this one, the raw feeling of management, the cool breeze of the AC.
Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind the case.
That she's the real one who likes cars, or what? Was your sister good at driving?
She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be, like, the racing queen of the nursing world.
Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. Okay. And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah, I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe. There is a path, I know it.
Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Okay, I believe. So, the one that we were saying it's starting to break apart bit by bit was on this point, right? That's a car from England. Aha, right here.
I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out.
You opened the right door, huh? You opened the right door, perchance? Oh my gosh, I just figured it out. I just figured it out.
Eenie Meenie was the one who died.
Oh my gosh! Eenie Meenie was the one who died. Meenie Meenie lived. Meenie Meenie lived. And... okay. Oh my gosh. And that's why she obviously wanted to take revenge. That was her motive. She lived, and her sister died because Dr. Gray drugged her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I done it! I have done it! Objection, Your Honor! Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
I want to point out also, she was like,
you don't know how old I am.
That's because she's not 21. She is older. She's the older sister. Anyway, back to this. I just forgot to mention that point. That was also what clicked in my head, and I just had to bring that up.
Right.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Meanie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Ah!
That's so sad.
Order in the court, order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eenie said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Eenie said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. She was also all crazy about cars. Just now, she had that whole flip out where she was like, I love cars and the way that they move and the gas or whatever. She's the sister. She still loves cars. If we connected all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Well, it was Mimi Meanie. She was the one who was driving, but the one who died. That's the question. Who was really the one who died that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Meanie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next
Question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... We'll find out next time.
Shall we?
Let's find out next time on Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney, which sister survived the crash? Which sister is standing right in front of us, standing and sitting, standing? Sorry about that. I messed up my whole speech. It was gonna be so cool, and I can't talk, and I ruined everything. Like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a comment. Ring the bell icon. Have a great night now. Have a great nay. I literally say that all the time. It's because I'm stuffy. Have a great day, but it gets caught, and I go, have a date, nay. Have a great day. Okay. Wow, that was a change of atmosphere and energy. I was so excited. I was so hyped, and then I started flubbing every line. Peace out.